Hi, babies. Welcome back to Settle Down for What podcast. I'm your host, G. I always laugh I laugh every time after I say that.
You want to do it again?
No. Honestly, no. Oh, me and Linda are back again for part 2
Hey, guys.
in the Poconos.
Woo woo.
It's not a girl's night, but it's a girl's morning this time, right?
Yeah.
I guess. It's just the vibe. It's just what's happening.
Yeah.
I realized that I am so, and I've talked about this before on my podcast, like, I'm better at, how do you say it? Doing things when I feel motivated as opposed to, like, doing things out of just routine and discipline.
I agree.
Yeah. So,
me too as well.
No,
what?
you're not. You're the opposite.
Not when it comes to creativity and
Okay.
that stuff.
I understand. Okay. I was thinking more like gym and like eating.
Okay, well, we're not talking about gym.
No, we're not talking about food anymore. We're not talking about like, because we wanted to do a podcast like every night while we were here, but like it just didn't happen that way. And it's like when you're tired or full or whatever, we were eating and snacking and stuff. It's like, it's just not the vibe. No, and it's like. Anyway, we don't have to get into all that, but I do find that for me, it's like if I feel it, it's like let's do it now. Like I'm just like let's just do it while I'm feeling good.
I'm very similar.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That actually made me feel better. So you said that.
Yeah, I'm.
I thought I was like the worst for that. Isn't that crazy?
No, I'm very similar. I think most creative people are.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's part of art. It's like, art is kind of creativity is a lot of times based off of like emotion.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. No, it's so true. And I realized something about myself, but I don't know if I want to say it.
Say
it. I don't know. Hold on.
Okay.
It's a kind of embarrassing. I didn't even tell you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is a first. This is what happened.
It's something that I noticed about myself that, like, I sometimes think that I, like, want to self-sabotage. Like in relationships or things that are going good in my life because I almost want it's so embarrassing. Like I almost want like the crash of it to get emotion again and then to create because I feel like I can create
from pain. Me too.
So like I've realized that like I think I really like I do like I self-sabotage myself and it's almost like I want something like not bad to happen but like I want like a broken heart or like you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like what?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
But I'm trying to fight against that because I am in a relationship and I think it's really good. So I'm like, I want to keep that. But like, and now I'm like, well, where do I find like the pain? But I know that there's pain throughout a relationship, even if it's a good relationship. But like that like heartbreak pain is so different. Like that like. Or like I've been wronged, or like I don't know.
It's kind of empowering. Yes,
is.
It's empowering. Come on, ladies. Like
or
men. Like I think it's empowering when you come out of something and you can like you got to pick yourself back up.
Exactly.
But I was gonna say, there's beauty in happiness and joy.
Yeah, I know,
and there's creativity in that.
Yes, there is. No, there definitely is. I think I'm just not used to creating from that place, so I have to like find. How to do that now. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. But I wonder if you allow the healing that you're going through and put the creativity and the pain in the healing of what you're experiencing into your creativity rather than it having to be a relationship or you self-sabotaging. Yeah. Like actually feel the emotions of what you've gone through through your childhood and whatever you're healing from, old relationships, whatever it is, like take that creativity and like that pain and create from it. I mean,
no, yeah, and then
that's deep.
Like I remember when I was writing poetry, it was like when I was just really sad, and I'm like, oh, like I kind of miss writing poetry, and it's like I don't know if I've ever written a happy poem.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know. I have to check my notes, but I know that maybe one, but if not, none. And then I also get insecure a little bit because I do like to share my art, and I know that I don't always have to. Like it's, it's like even if I do a podcast, like I don't have to put it on YouTube. It could just be something I did for myself.
Yeah.
Or if I write a poem, I don't have to put it on Instagram. But I do like sharing my art. I mean, I have a bunch of poems in my phone that I've not shared. But, like, I think now that I, like, because I am in a relationship and it's, like, healthy, I'm afraid to put stuff out there that might seem like I'm going through something really bad. And when I'm like, wait, I'm not, though. So I'm caring what people think.
Yeah, but I also think it's really cool, like, I think to even share the pain that you've gone through when you're in a better place.
Yeah.
Like, for me personally, like, I have the poems that I've written when I was working through really deep stuff, and it just, the Holy Spirit just literally said to me, start writing. And I'm like, what am I writing? And just what you see. And I kept getting this vision of myself. And I started writing, and this poem just, like, came out of me. And you've read it. And then all these other poems started coming out of me through even more of that pain. And then, and I know there's going to be a time to, and, like, I've shared it with close people, but I know there's going to be a time where I'm, like, I've overcome this, and, like, people are gonna be able to resonate with that pain.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be healing for other people.
Yeah.
Like, I think your story, your poems are gonna like, in your place of healing, and in that place where you are healed from those things, and in the joy where you're actually putting it out, is gonna be healing for someone else. And it's like,
yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, like, where you're at is just, like, your beginning. You're new. It's like your alpha and omega.
I feel like I really want to get into that.
No,
You're,
no,
like,
no,
trying
no,
to transition into it.
No, I don't.
No,
I
okay,
really don't,
let's not
actually. I'm not ready for that.
Something happened yesterday when we were at the wildlife farm.
I'll talk about what you said. That, like, blew me away.
Okay, but wait, I want to maybe, like, bring your shirt up, I was thinking. I just realized, right? Because it's kind of like...
Fix me.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, guys, so I might not look cute for the first part, but...
Well, I noticed, like, as I'm, like, the more and more comfortable I get, like, I just slouch, and I'm just, like looking at you so, like, intently.
I'm like this.
So I'm, like, trying to be aware, like,
oh, whatever.
of my posture,
It's girls' day.
No, yeah, this is me,
It's girls'
baby.
trip. This is us.
This is us, not the show. Just us.
No, this is G and Lynn.
Literally. Aww.
I'm not gonna get into the nickname.
No, I know. I was literally just like, wait, no, let's not go there.
But
we
anyhow,
are funny. We are really funny. Wait, I wanted to say something funny actually before we get serious again. When you were talking, I went, and then it made, it made me think of yesterday when you took the video in the car. Yesterday,
laughing.
We drove to Penn Cove, it's called, in the Poconos. And
it was so much fun.
We went to a cave. It was amazing. Incredible. And then we did a wildlife, like, safari thingy.
Yeah.
But on the way there, her nana was driving, and I was in the front seat because I get car sick. I get car sick. And then Linda was in the back with her son. And, like, me and Nana are just shooting the shit. We're just... And she's just talking, and I'm like, like, but not sarcastic. Like, I'm dead seriously listening to her. And that's just how I'm an overactive listener, or whatever that's called. And
I like it, overactive listener.
And then she was taking a video of, what were you taking a video?
Like the outside, because I just love farm life. When we were going through farm life.
And she took a video, and then she played it back, and all you hear is me. It's like Nana, like,
okay.
She's like, okay, and then she's talking, and I'm like, I'm like, what were we even talking about? I don't even remember. Like, she was really saying something that profound that I was like,
It was great. It was great.
I love it. Have you never seen that video of the overactive listener? And it's like, the girl's like, yes. And she's like, with her whole body. I'm like, that's literally me.
That's my G-bug, by the way.
I love it, though.
No, me too. Sometimes, like, are you being sarcastic?
I know, it does. And some people take it sarcastically, and it actually... I hate it, because I'm like...
I do sometimes.
I'm like, I'm really not being sarcastic, but I think Noe does that. And
I'm like, wait, are you being sarcastic?
Because I'll be like, And, like,
no, not even, or, like, you'll just say things like, no way! Like, and she'll, like, do it in a way that you're like, wait, are you being... Like, you're, like, taking... You almost fall off your chair. You're like, whoa, what?
Or last night with the movie, I'm like, this was a really beautiful story. And you're like, are you being serious or no? It's like, no, I'm being serious. Like,
she was like, no, it was because, like, I love corny movies. Yes. I love corny movies. So when we were watching, I was like, can we watch this? And she was like, all right, what is it? And then she like finally agreed to watch
Find
it.
Me Falling on Netflix.
So cute. So we were watching it. And after we were done, she literally was like, such a beautiful story. And I was like, wait, are you being funny? Like, are you being sarcastic or were you serious?
I feel like I sound like the Kardashians sometimes. Where they're
Yes!
just so, like, monotone and you're like, what?
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
no,
I'm
no.
not that bad, but like...
No, yeah. I don't really know the card. I know
But
who
you
they
know
are.
what they sound like.
Yeah. But like, yes, I think I agree with that.
But I get it from my dad. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
Yes. My dad is like... No. Don't get me started.
Dad.
But sometimes you just don't know if he's being like serious or not. Like, are you being sarcastic? Are you joking? But he just like he'll just say something, and even if he is trying to say a joke, he'll say it the same tone. That's why it's like
it's like the girl yesterday at the cave.
Yes,
the one that she was so. Is it monotone? Is that the word?
Yes.
She was so monotone, and I was like, I love her. I don't know why.
And then we got the storyteller guy.
Yeah,
on
what was his name?
Marty.
Which makes me laugh because I think of every time I was saying his name, and he just kind of reminded me of it. Was what's that movie? Ale. No, just kidding. What's the movie called? I'm saying Ali because he knows the movie. She's fixing me. I guess I don't look good.
No, you do. Your hair just started coming out.
You look beautiful.
My earrings look good on you.
Thank you. You're welcome. I borrowed her earrings, guys. Now you know.
Well, I borrowed
no.
her shorts. She
said
no.
What was the what is it called? It's with the zebra, Marty and Alex. They're all like zoo animals. I forgot the name of it. Why isn't it coming? Madagascar.
Oh.
Madagascar, and he's always like Marty.
I'm dead. I don't think I saw it. But
yes, you did because we were with you when we watched it.
I don't think I saw it.
We just watched it with her. Me.
I know what you're talking about. Yes,
but we saw like the third one. Anyhow, the guy Marty and the other girl was just so monotone. And I'm like, she's like, all right, guys, step into the boat. And I'm
you're not even doing it.
I know. How do I do it? I don't know how to do it.
She's like, all right, I have 3 rules while we're in the boat, like that, right?
I don't know. She just was her. I just liked her. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But anyhow. Okay.
Okay. No, well, yeah, I don't know. The cave was really cool. I kind of want to talk about it. I don't really know what to say, but it was just so cool.
Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because there's a lot there. Okay. There's a lot to unravel.
Yeah. Okay. So, wow. Yeah. I mean, I've never been in a cave. I never thought I would ever be in a cave.
I don't think I have either.
And I've seen people, I've seen videos of it and stuff, and I always thought it was so cool. But I thought you had to go to, other countries for it. I didn't...
There's one great,
but I had no
Poconos.
idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Neither. Well, I don't say neither. I just didn't think of it.
Can I say... I wanted me to wear my bathing suit?
Yes!
Girl, I just think it was so funny. And I didn't even question you, which is the funnier part. She's like, yeah, wear your bathing suit, bring your bathing suit for the cave. I'm like, okay.
I thought we'd go swimming.
I didn't bring any warm type of clothes here. I don't know. I thought the Poconos.
Hold on, do you remember what she said the first night, guys?
That's true. That is true.
Oh, it's gonna be freezing. And it really is cold.
It actually is.
She was being sarcastic about it being freezing, making fun of me because I said that.
I thought that it was really humid in Poconos.
No, it's drier.
Yeah. So.
Whoa. I'm having deja vu. This blanket and you and us sitting on this couch. Did we do this before?
No.
Gina.
Where would we have done that?
Whoa. This is insane. Your hair.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm freaking out. This felt
is this
like
falling.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my gosh.
I know we're a little messy today, but it's kind of cute. It's kind of a part of who we are.
It's kind of a vibe, huh? Yeah, that is so true. Wow, there's motorcycles. That's really crazy.
Yeah, we live right by. Well, I don't live here, but my family lives right by the Raceway Park.
Okay, the cave. So, yeah, we thought it was gonna be warm and we were gonna be swimming, and then her nana was like, you guys have to wear sweatpants and sweatshirts. It's gonna be 50 something degrees in the cave.
Wait, I think we need to rewind a little bit. I'm sorry. Hold on. How we got woke up?
Oh my gosh, because we had to leave at 6:15 in the morning.
It was not okay, and it really like took a turn onto how I reacted for a couple hours.
It didn't bother me like that, which I'm surprised about.
Well, no, I meant like cranky because the way I like it like scared me out of my boots.
I usually get really scared too. That's why I'm surprised it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. But her nana literally came to the cottage banging on the door at 5:30 in the
Oh, I
morning.
thought this was off.
Like banging, like you would think cops were trying to like find a murderer.
Yeah.
She's like, "You guys gotta get up."
She's like, "Come on, get up!" And I'm like,
You're like, "We're up, Nana. We're up."
I was so like, nah.
So that was the start to the day.
So anyhow, back to the cave. Sorry, I just had to say that. It was really funny.
It was funny. So anyway, so Nana told us we had to dress warm. And it made like I'm like kind of annoyed at myself because I'm like, duh. Like now that I'm thinking back, I'm like a cave is underground. Like I just wasn't putting it all together.
It's 50 degrees in this cave.
But
always
like a cave
cold
is
or hot outside. It doesn't matter. Yes.
Yeah, so it's gonna be cold. Like it's just so like.
I didn't think of it.
Well,
I was thinking of like my sis, like people going away and like going swimming under into the cave.
That's what I was thinking of.
People swim into caves.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, it's so funny.
It's summer. It's the Poconos. Like, why wouldn't we?
No, literally. Anyway, so then I had to like borrow some sweaters and things, but
well, we wore leggings, but
it was a 2-hour drive, so that was a lot too because I drove 2 hours to get to the Poconos.
Same.
So, and then I was thinking last night when I was going to sleep. Does this happen to you? I was like closing my eyes and I felt like we were on the. Like, I didn't feel my body like I felt okay, but like I kept seeing like the boat, or like I was feeling like we were moving still, like in the cave.
That's happened to me.
Or like on the bus. Yeah, we were like moving a lot yesterday. I feel like.
Yeah, we did a lot of like motion stuff. So
yeah.
Whether that's.
Wait, is that a better way to hold it? No, I feel so dumb.
Wait.
I want to get one of those like boom. Actually, I got one. I forgot the day when I left the Poconos. It came in the mail.
Oh, nice.
Anyhow.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me before for sure.
Yeah, so I was feeling that last night, but yeah. So we get to the cave, and it was just, yeah. I don't know. It wasn't. I don't know if it was what I expected or not. I guess I don't have a thought on that. Do you have a thought on that? Like,
yeah, no, I don't know. I think it was really cool and I was supposed to be there, like type of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm one of those people that like excuse me. But I'm one of those people that really feel like there's reasons and like things line up perfectly. Like God just lines these things up so perfectly at the perfect time at the right moment. And Gina used to make fun of me for that, but and I just always see everything as like, oh my gosh, God did this, God did that. Yeah. And like I do really believe that, but I also like have like more of a balance in it where it's not like everything is like this, but like
so divine or whatever.
It's so divine. But I do think like especially where I'm at right now, things are lining up. So I think that the way that it all played out was like really cool. And just like obviously the alpha and omega thing that you're talking about, like the story. But like the wildlife, it's something just like resonated with me. But
I want to talk about the cave first.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, okay.
But so yeah, in the cave. Now I got thrown off. Sorry. It's okay. No.
I was just thinking about the when it was all black. That's the only thing I'm thinking about.
Yes. Okay. Go.
Okay, so when we were in the cave, like obviously like the guy had like a light on the front of the boat, and that was really the only light, and besides people using their flashlights and stuff. But when we were towards it's so hard.
That's why I like sitting like that.
When we were like I don't know, maybe halfway through the cave, there was this spot where he. Actually, I don't even know what he said because he was saying so many things.
I know. Okay,
he was hard to pay attention.
He was hard to pay attention,
but I don't know why. But he just was saying. I guess maybe it was the darkest part of the cave. I'm just making that up. I literally don't know. I don't know why at this point he decided he's like.
Oh, because there was like a little lighting where you can see, like, because there was like the opening of the other side of the tunnel.
Oh yes. So.
And then he turned on the back lighting that they did.
Okay, so he
was
turned
kind of like a little light show.
Yeah, so he turned all the lights off completely, and if you really like focus your eyes, you can see like a little glare of light from like the other side of the cave, like the opening. Mm-hmm. It was really cool. And then Yeah, and then they have like a light show at this part of all these different colors, and I don't know, he was talking about the moon and sun. I'm not really sure. But it was just like all these different colors and it was beautiful, but he left the lights off for like it felt like a long time to me, but I don't know if it actually was. But
It
I
was
think it was just because I
amazing.
was like so feeling it. I was like loving it. I don't know why, but we were both on the same page.
Yeah.
And everyone was like kind of scared, and we were both just. I said I could sit here for hours.
We were like,
Oh my gosh, it was just
we
like
just
the temperature was perfect in there.
because we had sweaters on.
It was pitch black, and you were like you were underground.
On a
What?
boat.
Like I felt like I was like hidden but safe.
Yes. Oh,
That's how it felt for me. I know.
it's so
I
profound. I'm telling you the whole trip.
I felt like
And silent. Even though everyone
yes.
else, even though maybe everyone else felt afraid.
Yes, and people were talking, but
and even my son got really nervous and put his head in my lap and he said, "Honey, I'm just enjoying this."
Oh.
But I know he gets afraid of the dark, but we don't have to get into that. But everyone else around us was afraid.
Yeah, but
he felt so at peace.
So at peace. I felt almost like
Come on, guys, that's profound.
yeah, like I felt like I was almost like the only one there, or like if it was just me and you,
Yes.
almost like kind of. Yeah, it was like so.
I always feel like that when we're together, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it's a good or bad
Me
thing.
neither. I know sometimes we get a little crazy.
It doesn't have to be good or bad. Ooh.
Like we were being silly on the boat, but it was fun.
It was, and then I was like,
I know we're like, wait, are we being annoying?
I know, and then when my son was like acting out, and
I was like, you're being annoying, and then
I'm like, we're kind of annoying to probably everybody else. We're literally, he just doesn't have someone to be annoying with.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not as fun.
That's so true.
And
then when he is annoying with someone, you just get annoyed by it. Parenthood is a whole nother thing, but it was such an amazing moment for me. I was just like, wow. And like I kind of was like, I just wish I could come down here by myself. I wish I could come down here by myself.
Marty?
No. No, he would talk my ear off. I'd be like, Marty, shut up.
Okay. All right, there was other really beautiful parts about this cave too. Like you can see like the way that the calcium chlorophyte. I'm not saying it right, but Gina laughs every time I say it. So you could see the way that like
Calcium chlorophyte.
The word I couldn't whatever Marty said could not stick.
Me neither.
It would literally. It was like shh. It was like my ear was the cave, and it was just.
I felt like he was talking another language.
Yes.
I was like it's not sticking, Mart. It's not sticking.
Sorry, Marty, but he was great. Like I loved his like
very...
energy, his voice. Like I can't explain it, but
well,
like
the energy.
No, but like his passion for the cave. Like
yes.
he loved this cave. Yes. But again, I think he was kind of monotone.
I was just gonna say that. Yes.
I guess maybe they all are. You sound like you're listening, but I didn't with him. I can't explain it. He just had this voice that was really hard to it was kind of boring.
I feel like people who do that for a living that like have to say the same thing over and over all day long in a loud voice. It's probably like how much can you possibly like be so excited about it? So maybe they just think it's easier to just kind of just say it in the same like tone, just like because even the girl on the bus, kind of, right? I feel like she was monotone.
Yeah, I know, but she was. I don't know. There's something about her that I really enjoyed listening to her speak. So that's like the difference of it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
I actually was really listening to her.
Me too.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
I think too, like the cave was really cool, but it was kind of, I think, boring at the same time. But I kind of like boring sometimes because it's peaceful.
I wish he would have just drove us through though, and not talked. That's so mean.
No,
it's his job, and God bless him and everything. But
I don't think that's mean.
No, yeah, well,
no. Sometimes I wish we could have just did like canoed.
Yes,
I don't know why I did that.
I also think for me, and it's probably like an anxiety thing. When he made a joke before we started, and he's like, and you were like, I like you, Marty, because he was like talking to Ollie and being like nice, and he was like, oh yeah, he's like, my coworkers say funny stuff about me. They say that my tours are 3 hours long because I just say like whatever, and I was like, I got so anxious when he said that. Because you know how I am weird with like stuff like that?
I was thinking
like,
about
even,
the trail.
Like the reservoir and stuff. Like
the reservoir.
I don't know. I was like 3 hours in the cave, like that's gonna really make me like kind of anxious.
We weren't there for 3 hours.
But...
It was just a joke. But we were there the longest out of everyone, which I actually appreciate. I don't like rushing anymore.
I know you don't.
I am Italian. I am not Russian. That's my new joke, by the way.
I'll put the noise in.
Yeah. I'm Italian, not Russian. But I just love not being on a time schedule.
You know you do.
I love just being free, walking, like even in the cave, like what you're saying, like I don't want to have to be like on a schedule to get somewhere. Like it's supposed to be like something you enjoy doing. It seems to be whenever we do something cool, it's not like that. It's like everyone's trying to rush to get there. We got to make sure everyone's on time. Like no, let's just. Why are we so stressed?
No, I really am with you though. I do get weird about some things.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But for me personally, like I don't mind going on a reservoir that I know is going to be almost 2 hours and it's 5 miles. And whether I say it could go up to 2 hours because sometimes we like to sit and like just sit by the rocks and like it's a long walk and but I love it. I love it. Like I can't get enough of it. But like for you personally, there is something there that where I don't know.
I don't either.
Like it's almost like you feel like you know like once you start you can't like you
it's
gotta
like
go
if
through.
I feel like I'm trapped and I can't get out of it. Like I don't want to feel like that.
Yeah, but you're not trapped. You just have to go. You know what it is? I think it's. Yeah.
I know. It's because like I
have to
do
go
the hard
through
work.
it. Yeah. Well, and you have to go through it. There's no
You
turning
can't just,
back.
like,
There's no turning back. I have decided. Okay, don't put this on my voice.
I'm crying.
I don't care if you did.
I'm probably gonna put it on.
That's hilarious.
You sound better than that anyway. When you like, I feel like that was just.
Oh,
silly.
I sound amazing when I say. I'm just kidding. That's a whole nother story. But anyhow, the cave was amazing. I loved even when he turned the lights off, he then allowed us to kind of sit there and like it was really like just beautiful and freeing to be in a cave where it's quiet and you just like I don't know, there's something really beautiful about it. But then he showed us that when you open your eyes and you look and he kind of like told us where to look, you can see like a little light and there's a little light at the end of the tunnel, which I think is really profound too.
Definitely.
And it's again, you have to go through something like we have to go through the really hard things in life to get to the light. Like you have to go back to the deep depths of your soul like sometimes to heal and get to the other side.
Like the depths of a cave.
Yes, it was very like this whole trip was really profound.
No,
for me.
Definitely,
and I believe for you too.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
And just like my story and stuff.
Cry.
But then once you saw that, and then he like gave us a little light show, and then took us out. And we got to the outside of it, and there was like this really beautiful lake, I guess you would call it.
I don't even know.
And it was just so beautiful because you could see the moss on like the outside of the cave and just all the vines coming down. Like I am such a nature girl. Like you put me in nature, I'm home. Like I love everything about the naturalness and simplicity of life. Like life is so simple and beautiful. Even farming, I love farming, but if you think about it, like farming is a way that we work and with our hands and like the simplicity of life, but like still like I still love things like I like wild things. Like when I see flowers, I love when there's like wild like flowers just growing up and like they're all over the place. Like to me that's a garden and that's beautiful. I do like the clean cut gardens too, but like there's something to me about a wild garden or like like just a natural area, habitat, whatever it is.
Agreed.
Yeah. So
it's beautiful.
We got to see like a little fawn. Is that what it was? Was it a fawn? What's a fawn? What was that bird?
A fawn is a baby deer.
Oh, we did see that.
I don't know. I want to say heron, but I made that up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you.
Look at me. Wildlife queen.
Yes. Anyhow, we saw that and we saw like, was it a beaver? I don't know if a muskrat. Yeah. Like in this little like lake thing. It was really cool. It was cool. Beautiful. And we saw like elks. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
But I love being on water. I think water is really healing. There's something about the healing powers of like obviously like I don't know, there's something really healing about water. Like
100%.
I feel like water is very significant for that.
Our dog is at our feet. I don't know if you can see.
But if you see him, that's Benjamin.
Benja.
Sometimes he makes me crazy.
Oh, yes. Me too. No, water, same. And I think it's funny that I lived on the shore, like in Jersey, and now I live in Brooklyn, and there's literally water like not even 10 minutes from me, and I walk on the not on the water, walk on the water. I walk.
Oh my god, the wedding on the in the cave.
That was funny. I walk by the water, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm so grateful that I moved to the part of Brooklyn I did. I can't explain it. It's just perfect for me, and I'm just like. I think I would maybe like to experience like even like more city like I think as time goes on maybe I'll like move deeper into like
I
the
guess
city, but like I think transitioning from Jersey to Brooklyn and being right by the water still in Brooklyn has been like really really good for me.
yeah, I agree.
And then I'm like, wait, can I not live by water? Like I don't know, but I would maybe want to experience
I
it.
think you'll always go back to the water, even if you
Yes.
lived away from the water. I think you would always walk to a place that has water,
Yeah,
or
definitely.
find
Absolutely.
a place to just kind of be. Because I don't know, there even if you like I've read something where like if you hear a lot of like songs, even like songs back in the day, like worship songs, or like those like really soulful songs,
Mhm.
and like even like in slavery back in the day, a lot of the songs were to God, but they were always by the water. Because there's something really significant about water, especially like for the slaves, like that's where they found like healing and peace and like freedom. But I don't want to like completely say, 'cause I don't remember exactly how it was worded, but I like really resonate with that, like with water and like the healing and the freedom of the like being by the water, and just like I don't know, I love that they always like sang about bodies of water and being by like bodies of water.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love water.
Oh.
Wow. Beautiful.
Okay, so that was the cave.
That was the cave. Then we did a little maze. Like, it was just whatever. I was just following you through it.
Yeah, it was fun.
I didn't feel like doing it.
I get like a little competitive sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
Or I guess I don't want to use the word competitive anymore, because I think I just like a good challenge. And so I don't have to be a nasty competitor anymore, but I can be I just love being challenged.
Okay, so we did a maze, and then we did, what was it called? Wildlife. Was it called the safari, or did I make that up? Wildlife, like, tour or something?
Wildlife tour.
Yeah. We got on a bus with, like, open windows, and we got driven through the open land.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was really cool.
It was cool. Like, you would have thought maybe we would see cooler animals. Not that the animals weren't cool, but it was just like animals that we can kind of...
You can drive down the road in the Poconos and see.
Kind of. But there were some that weren't. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess you could have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was the bear.
Yeah, all of the fox.
Yeah, but isn't there mountain lions in the Poconos? Yeah.
Yeah, you can see all of them. No bobcats. There has to be. Where did he get the bobcat from?
Yeah.
They have to all live here.
So I think it was just like the wildlife of the Poconos, maybe. But I have to say, like, the wolves is what got me the most. And I think that even though, like, I don't know, I really enjoyed it, even though it wasn't like this crazy, like...
Yeah, I did too.
Like zoo? Sure. So, yeah, even though it wasn't like that, I don't know, there was something, again, there was a reason that I needed to see the wildlife. And when I really, like, I've watched wolf movies, like, with my son, like, kid ones, and it talks about the alpha and omega, and I've watched, and it talks about the pack and stuff, but I never really understood it until...
I remember learning about stuff like that, like in school.
But it never, like, hit me until I was able to... I have to relate to things for me to, like, really understand them.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Usually.
I thought it was really cool. I really actually want to... Is he doing that? What? What the hell's going on?
He's saying to talk about why I was crying.
You?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to. Oh, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
But wait, I was going to say... Oh.
This is...
It's fine. No, it's literally fine. But the woman, like, that was driving the bus, like, she got out and started well, I thought it was so cute when she started calling their names.
I know.
She started calling their names one by one, and they just came out.
There was the moment we pulled up to the wolves, there was something so like, Gina felt it, I felt it, like, we were just, like, so blown away by wolves.
Yeah, and she started talking about, like, the pack and where everyone
But even the names, like when she called the names over, they came over.
I know. It was
It was
just so
really
cool.
beautiful.
Like I want to watch something about wolves now. Is what I was trying to say.
Same.
Like I want to watch like a documentary or something about people who like work with wolves.
Well, they have a wolf sanctuary that I was telling Gina I want to go to now, and like I think you can pet them and like be with them.
If you could pet them, I'm in. If you can't, I'm still in. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you can like pet them and like.
Oh, I don't know. I was just switching it to how I felt comfortable.
Well, you can like pet them and stuff, but anyhow.
Wait, you have like something on your nose.
Oh, no, I'm so itchy. It's itchy.
What's happening?
Is it skin?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, so the woman like she did open up the floor for questions.
We could talk about that.
It got kind of weird. So okay. Oh my gosh. I feel like everyone kept asking the same questions. It was kind of annoying me, which like is maybe like a personal issue that I was having. But it was just I just think I hate when things get basic. It like really bothers me because I'm like, can people think about something different?
It's because we're deep.
I'm just like everyone's like, how old is the baby? I'm like, okay, who's the oldest one? I'm like, they're like kids. I'm so mean.
I was like, well, I mean, that's
so
a kid
mean.
question.
But it's like I'm like kids. Come on.
But even the adults asked it too.
And like, and how old is
and
the ages are cool and stuff, but I'm like, and then Linda's over here like, what did you ask? It wasn't even that actually. She was like, do they fight each other? Right? Did you say that?
Yeah, I was like, wait, do they fight with each other? And the girl was like, no, and then you hear someone go, and I was like,
yeah, it was a weird energy. People like when you were asking like,
but like I've asked like a few questions and everyone's like,
it was
like they like
everything got awkward, like everything just
quiet,
got silent.
and I'm like,
it was so.
I'm like, am I asking weird questions? Am I weird? But whatever, I am weird.
Yeah, that is why.
But
because it was outside the box. That's my point. I'm like, because you actually were asking a question that people were like, oh wow. The question things was something. I was just like, all right, well, you were actually asking deeper questions. And that's what was making everyone uncomfortable.
I know.
But it's like, I'm being kind of mean about it, I guess. I don't know, something. I'm just like, because I'm like, it's just animals. Why are people getting weird?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like you were like, you know what I mean? Like, what's there to be uncomfortable about? Like,
and maybe it was a good thing that they were getting uncomfortable. Maybe it was because they were like, whoa, I never thought of that.
And it probably
and maybe it got their mind thinking.
You're probably.
And here we are getting like offended. I got a little low key offended because I was like embarrassed. I'm like, am I weird? But I am weird. I love freaking being weird.
Yeah.
I'm probably like, that's something like even when you said let's not use the word weird, I actually like the word weird.
Yeah. No, I do too. Actually,
I think there's something really cool about being weird because if like, what does weird actually mean? Do you have your like let's look up the definition or ask Siri. Because to me, weird is like unique. Like it means that you're not like everybody else and that makes you weird.
Oh, interesting. Wait, let's see. Suggesting something supernatural, uncanny. Supernatural? I didn't know that.
Well, that makes sense.
Very strange, bizarre. I don't know, this is kind of, what is archaic? What's happening? Connected with fate?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. I don't know. Weird to me is just like being like out of the box. You're not your cookie cutter perfect little.
Yeah, strange. It is, and I guess. Yeah, it could be a good or bad thing. Honestly, weird can be a good or bad thing.
It can,
I think.
But I definitely see me as like someone who is unique, who is weird, who is not like your typical. Whatever you want to fill in the blank.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't say that just because my mom calls me weird.
Your mom is hilarious.
My mom's like, you're so weird.
Her Philadelphia
but my mom
accent.
Is just
or whatever.
It's Florida,
but it's like, but she has the PA.
She's got a twang. I don't know what kind of twang, but she's twang-a-lang-lang. No, my mom is the coolest. My mom is she calls me weird, but she's just as weird. But she's like, Linda, you're so weird.
It was cracking me up when you were wearing all the different colors. She's like, oh my God, Linda, why are you wearing all that?
She's
like, what?
I'm like, what? And then I was like, oh, I have something that'll top it off. And I pulled out my bucket hat.
And it's like all different colors.
But it literally matched all the colors that were what I was wearing. It was so
hilarious.
Funny. But anyhow, I love being weird. So anyhow.
Period.
Yeah. But anyhow, I
Yeah,
don't know why I'm saying anyhow.
anyhow. That was the anyhow. But yeah, that was the part of well, okay. There's a lot to say about the wolves. Do you
I
want
know.
to?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a time and place right now.
I think I agree.
Yeah, I
But there
don't.
was a really beautiful
It
thing
was a
that
beautiful
happened
moment
with
for
the
me, and
wolves.
I'm still like processing, which is why I don't want to share it yet. Because it really touched my heart,
Yeah.
and it actually is something God is like kind of helping me process through right now. So,
Yeah,
and Gina
I love
actually,
that.
and I
Yeah.
got to open up to Gina about it and just cried my eyes out.
Yeah. I was gonna say last night wait, when did we do the hike? Yesterday?
No, it was the day before.
Oh, the day
Thursday.
before. So we did a hike. We sat at a waterfall.
Amazing.
And we just chatted and chatted, and as we do. And then yesterday or last night we watched a movie, and then after the movie we kind of opened up again and chatted again. And so it's funny because I feel like we really like we opened up a lot, like just on our own, like without the cameras obviously, which is great.
Yes.
I think we got a lot out last night.
Yeah, I was very emotional.
Yeah.
And
it's great. Yeah, it's great. So it's like kind of like we don't want to overkill it almost.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I'm still working through it.
Yeah.
Like I'm processing a lot of emotions and things.
Yeah.
But another thing that we really wanted to talk about, and I don't know if you want to talk about that, but like men and relationships.
I was thinking that too.
I know I feel like the first half was like just kind of just sharing the cave experience, which is cool.
I know. That's why I'm
But
like, wait, should we?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I think we could, if you feel like up for it, I would definitely be open to talking a little bit about it.
I am up for it. I think I'm just nervous because we are in a time schedule and I don't want to rush it. But if you feel like we can do it within
Let's see
like
what we
a
can
half
do.
an hour or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
And
we
if
can.
we don't finish, we can always do another one
Yeah.
someday.
Even
When
if we
you
don't.
come to Brooklyn.
Yeah. I can't wait.
She
Podcast number 3 in Brooklyn.
She hasn't visited me yet in Brooklyn.
I know.
And
so that'll be
like
a girls' day trip, night trip, whatever it's gonna be that weekend. We'll do.
Yes, but yes, we were saying that we wanted to kind of touch on relationships.
We kind of been, but just in general, like our relationship,
yeah,
relationships with men. But
yeah.
like, I know in the last podcast we said that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, and it is.
Which it is.
Yeah.
But we were getting like really deep about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know you said you were like nervous about sharing some things, but you'd be open to it. So
yeah.
I don't know if there's something you want to start with.
Because I was saying like last night that I think I was saying something to you about, you know, something you're like going through and I feel like you're like keeping it safe.
Yes.
You know, and I think I realized after I told you that, I think I realized that that's what I was doing with my relationship for a while too. Like just trying to kind of, and it's really sad because I think being so deep into the Christian culture, safe was getting like twisted with being like hiding stuff.
Yes.
So I think that's something I'm still.
Like, hold on, I'm getting into.
Yeah, that's something I'm still breaking out of, because I'm like, wait, no, like, privacy is very valuable, and I can be private about things that I want to be private about, and I also can keep things safe and not share X, Y, or Z with whoever. Like, I think I got really, really tangled in a culture where it was like, you know, you want to be open, you want to, you know, you don't want to. What's the word? You want to be kept accountable, and so, but I think it was just taken to a really extreme level that it was like,
it's like making me like,
just like friends expecting me to tell them absolutely every detail of everything about my life, and I want to be my own person now. Like I'm a woman, like I'm an adult. And I'm just really enjoying that season now. And I'm like, okay, maybe like I feel like I'm kind of like. I think I'm kind of getting over the hump now of like keeping it so safe to like maybe talking about my relationship a little bit more. But yeah, I don't know I don't know exactly what I'll share or what I'll feel comfortable sharing on here. But yeah, that was something I noticed. And then something you said at the first podcast. I think you were talking about your relationship with Ollie, like her son.
Yeah.
And how it's like one of the hardest things you've ever had to do. I think you said something.
It was very rewarding, but also very like, it's very emotionally like hard.
So that's how I feel about my relationship, honestly.
But that's if you come to think about it, it's any relationship because there's intimacy, whether it's an love intimacy, like a lover intimacy, or just like a friendship intimacy. Oh well, that's the dog putting his head into the camera.
Come sit down, Benj.
Come here, Benji.
Sit.
Come sit with us. Here, should we let him in? Come be a part of it. Come on. You're cute.
Definitely.
And you match the vibe. Look at this. Look, we match. Hi, baby. Okay.
Benj. All right, what are you gonna do, Benj?
Okay, I love you too. This is Benjamin, my dog. He's a golden doodle. And he's really sweet. He really is a really sweet dog, but he has a little bit, I think, of anxious attachment. And it frustrates me, but it's because I need to understand how to...
Yeah, this is another relationship, honestly.
Yeah, I need to learn how to manage it, and I don't know how, so I think I get frustrated and I might say mean things that I don't mean, but it's because I don't know how to handle it. But anyhow,
that's literally me in my relationship.
Yeah.
With dead ass. All right, Benjaboo.
Okay, baby, come down. We love you. Yeah.
Sit.
Okay. Sit. Good boy.
Good boy. Yeah, sit.
So yeah, I don't know. What were we saying? I forgot.
Like relationship, any kind of relationship that has intimacy.
Yeah, it's just intimacy. And then you were gonna go say something, and you were saying what I said. I don't know if you were.
Yeah, I don't really remember exactly what you said. You were just saying that it was like one of the hardest things, and da da da. And I was like,
rewarding.
yeah, and I was relating it to just my romantic relationship, and then I'm like, I was thinking about, and I like this might be weird for people to hear. I don't know, but how like you sometimes say that my relationship reminds you of you and Ollie.
Yeah.
Like her and her son. My relationship with my man reminds her, but not in like weird ways, just like
the emotional parts,
yeah,
the hard parts.
Yeah.
Like, the parts that like I'm trying to understand my son and she's trying to, and even just like her boyfriend's trying to understand her, or she's trying to understand him, or where she's feeling really hurt by like just little things that we're going through, or even like the joys of it. Like there's just things that we're just trying to like figure out and understand, and not there's nothing weird about that. It's just relationships in general. But I think too it's when like, okay, for instance, my son loves video games. I could care less about video games. I love intimacy and talking with people, going on walks. My son hates going on walks. He will fight me, and he's like, Mom, I don't want to walk, and I'll complain. I'm like, if you complain one more time, like, you know, no video games, like, you know, and it's like, I don't want to keep threatening him. But anyhow, I think she can relate to that, because what you meant by that too, that's a big thing.
Yeah,
like,
honestly.
her boyfriend likes to do certain things that maybe she doesn't like to do. And honestly, I don't have a boyfriend right at this moment, but I do like, I've been in relationships, but whoever that lucky man is going to be very blessed, because I learned so much through just my friends and my relationship with God himself and Jesus. Like, so, and my son and my dogs, animals, I take them very serious. Like, I take them all very seriously, and I try to learn from each and every one of them. Eventually, like, even if I'm like kind of bratty in them at first, like, I don't know why you're doing this, and like get annoyed and frustrated, eventually, like, I'm like, all right, let me sit down and process like what's happening. And once I sit down and process it, I work through something in me. Like, if you ever notice that whenever you're like pressing through something too, like, it always comes down to something in you, which is crazy, because you're always thinking it's the other person. And not to say that they don't have their faults too, but like, at the end of the day, the only part that can change is the core, when you get to the core of what is.
Well, and I think that's what makes it so hard, is because we don't want to deal with our stuff.
We're reflections of each other.
Yeah.
We reflect each other.
Like, I don't, like, it brings you back to having to face something that you're, whatever, a pattern, a trigger, something from your past. And like, that's really, really hard to do. So what's easy is to leave. And what's easy is like, is to just be like, I'm not doing this. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, you have a son, you can't just do that. I mean, I guess you could, but obviously that's not something you're going to do. Yeah. But like with a romantic relationship, you can just leave whenever you want. Like there is that difference there. And
it's the choice. It's what I said. It's like, we finally get to make a choice. Like, I have finally, like, Gina and I were talking about this last night. We finally have the opportunity in our lives where we had all these expectations. Can I get real? Okay. Gina and I have always wondered why it's been so hard for us to be in relationships, find a man, whatever it may be, get married. Why is everybody else around us getting married? And I think probably a lot of people can relate to that, but like within our friend groups or whatever it is, I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, you know, and I don't know. I think it's really cool to finally be in a place in my life where I'm like, and I've had long relationships. I've had great relationships. I've had hard relationships. I don't know. I don't want to ever say that they were never great, but
sure.
I've had some that seemed toxic. I never really understood. Like, we always had like this hard time trying to understand why, you know, why like everyone around us was getting engaged. Now they're married, but now we're like having this like beautiful moments where we're like grateful for our singleness, and like honestly hearing about everybody else's marriage, I'm like, whoa, I am so grateful that I'm not married yet. Like, I'm so grateful, but like I'm also like I'm still looking forward to getting married, but it's in a more like, I'm like willing to be patient and wait about it. Like, and also like seeing Gina just in her relationship, like I have nothing but adored her boyfriend since the day I met him. Like, and like their relationship. And I can't explain it. Like, I could if I really tried to, but like there is parts that I can't. Like, there's something in my like heart and soul that just like knows that like there's something about him that I just adore. And I just know. And and it's crazy because not everybody felt that way or would feel that way because it doesn't look like this picture perfect. And so we always question like, what, like, oh my gosh, if I could even tell you what I thought my husband, like what I think my husband is going to be like, and how I've allowed religion and people to dictate, pastors and
Christian culture,
the Christian dating culture of what my husband should be like. It is completely different now, and I don't want that anymore. Because I cannot be with, I'm gonna say, I want to say a sleeping Christian.
Oof.
Or a dead Christian. Like, I can't explain it. I guess I would say sleeping. They're not awake. Because I have been so awakened just through like God and stuff that like I'd rather be with, and I've shared this, but like I know what my experience was becoming a born again Christian, like when I first was saved, and like the innocence of it, the pureness of it, and just like all of that. Like I all I knew was God. Like, he was the only thing on my mind. And I would so happy, I don't know, like there's something about that childlike faith. Like, I don't want to be with just a sleeping Christian. I want to be with a man who's gonna like, I don't know, really, I don't know, I feel weird saying this on camera, but whatever, I'm saying it, it's happening. But my views of a man now is completely different, and I realize it's not going to look like everybody else's story, and that's okay. And I stopped taking the opinions of others and expecting it to look this way, because now I see that God's writing my story, and my story has been so different from the start. And everybody's story is so different. And though people share their stories to like help other people break free or to work through things, like my story is going to do the same for someone else, but it doesn't mean that their story is going to look exactly like mine. So even in relationships, like the beauty of what Gina and I have been experiencing and realizing is that people are going to be against this, but to nurture it and to keep it safe and to keep it quiet, because I think there's this knowing inside of us that we have a Holy Spirit living inside of us. Like,
and then when it feels like someone's doubting that, it's really hurtful.
Because
then you're like, oh my gosh, am I hearing it wrong? Or like,
and then you think that you're not hearing from God, and that you don't have this relationship with God, and that you don't have this intimacy with God. They don't know my relationship with God, and that hurts. That hurts me a lot. I'm actually I might even cry. Like, the way that people have told me that my relationship with God is this and that, and like, are you spending time with God? Are you doing this? Are you in the Word? Are you this? If I hear that one more time, I think I'm going to lose my cool. Because, like, how much I've spent spending time with my Jesus was so natural that I was like, am I doing it wrong? And then I started to do it like the people do it. And I lost that.
Wow.
I lost that special intimacy. Wow. That intimacy is what's going to grow. And that intimacy is the same kind of intimacy you should have with the man that you are going to marry.
Wow.
And that's what we're doing. It doesn't look like the perfect guy. Because guess what? I'm not perfect. And Jesus met me where I'm at. Period. And I loved what we, like, I don't know if you want to share.
Yeah.
Kind of what.
Yeah. Something that I've been thinking about a lot lately is that.
I got so emotional about that.
It's okay. I feel like people who aren't even Christians hear this. Like, I think it's a well-known thing that, like, Jesus will meet you where you are. It's not a cliche, and it's true. It's not just it's true.
Yeah.
And, like, I was just saying to her last night, I'm like, why can't we meet a man where they're at?
Or why can't a man meet us where we are?
Right. Just the way Jesus does with us. Why do so many people expect such high, they want us to be with someone who's whatever, has this job, makes this money, does this, involved in the church.
Hold on, but it's their dream, it's their expectation.
Yeah. And maybe it is something that they've always wanted and they're just wishing. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe they're projecting.
Yes.
And it's just like,
and they put it on us.
It's like, why? If you, like, love Jesus so much and you know what he's like and you know that he meets you where you're at and he's met you in the depths of the depths, why can't a relationship with a romantic partner look that way? Why do we have to meet someone when they're like, when do you even get to a place anyway? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, yeah, is there different stages of growth? Like, even how we were talking last night, well, I can't really say, but just how you've grown so much so that when you do meet someone, it will maybe be a little bit, I'm not going to say easier, but because you've dealt with so much alone on your own within yourself, I do think you're going to be able to handle things in a better way. Where with me, like, I think I'm kind of learning all that through my relationship. And there's no right or wrong, and you can, oh my gosh, the dog is wrapped around my thing. There's no right or wrong or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. I don't
there
know.
is
I have
no right
a
or
lot
wrong.
more to say too, and I know you're not like super into like watching YouTube and stuff like that, but like there is this like not movement, but like this really like kind of like popular thing I think now with women where they're just like, oh, the minute I see a red flag, or like the minute I see this, like I'm out. The minute I see this, I'm out. I'm protecting my peace, yes, protecting your peace is so important.
Are you protecting your peace, or are you just afraid of getting hurt?
And are you just not wanting to deal with stuff that's like
real,
maybe within you, that's being triggered when a guy does X, Y, or Z to you?
Or
I think there's a very fine line, and it's like, you know, yeah, you don't want to be in something really toxic, but at the same time,
but have you worked through your own stuff?
That's what I was saying before. It's like sometimes, like, you really do have to really ask yourself, like, am I just taking the easy way out just by being like, I'm not dealing with this no more, instead of being like, wait a minute, is this something like
this generation we can work through? Very big on that.
And
if it's not good, go.
And I think I started becoming like that, like right before I met my boyfriend. I think I started getting kind of deep into that a little bit.
Same.
And I'm just so glad that broke off of me and is still breaking off of me, because I wouldn't have experienced this beautiful relationship I have blossoming. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
And it's like relationships are hard, period. And like, that is just the reality.
Yes.
And I don't even know if someone else would not agree with that. I think that's just like, I don't know. I'm not sure. But what I've learned, I'll say it for myself, they are hard. But they're supposed to be hard. They're supposed to be hard. And that's like...
It's like, are you willing to go through it with someone?
Exactly.
That's the point. It's like, it's not this picture perfect. Like, let's put our feelings under the rug. No.
Yeah. Let's
work through them together. Like, let's grow together. Let's lift each other up. Let's pull out the treasure in each other.
Yeah.
Let this person feel what they're feeling. Like, let him feel without getting offended. And if you get offended, go take it to your higher power. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say Jesus, but like, I'll take it to Jesus, and I want to admit my wrongs. Like, I think we got to get out of that culture.
Yeah, I know.
That's
what
culture.
I want to get out of. And I want to like speak about it because I think it's important.
I'm telling you, this culture, and I don't want to just say it's this generation, because I think we have been so hurt, and there's so many single parents out there. I don't want to just say moms, because they're sick. My dad, like, raised 3 girls. Like, yes, he had the help of my grandparents, and like, I mean, my dad was like a single parent too. You know, like, I think a lot of people emphasize a single mom, but like, there's single parents out there too that have to take a lot, like dads that take a lot too. And like, I have to say, like, I think we need to break out of that lie that men need to be a certain way. And I think the only way that a man is going to be able to lead the way that he should is when a woman is able to accept him and love him and respect him. Like, men need respect, women need love. I mean, it's very clear. It talks about it in the Bible too. It's very clear. Like, why don't we pull the treasure out of our men more? Why don't men love their women more? Well, it's really hard for a man to love someone when they don't love themselves, because the woman they like love, or the woman that they're with, only talks them down. Go ahead. Back to what you're saying with the healing too.
Well, what I was going to say about when you're saying the treasure thing, it just made me think pulling out the treasure in each other is going to look messy. If you think about trying to find a treasure, you're going and you're digging in dirt and you're getting messy.
Oof,
yeah. Like, it just came to me. I was like, that's a really good, like, analogy.
It's so messy. You ever see those movies with, like, finding the treasure?
Yeah.
What are those?
I don't know.
There's, like, movies out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And, like, they're fighting over it. Like, when you find a treasure, you ain't letting it go.
Exactly.
And it says in the Bible,
yes,
a man who finds a wife finds a treasure. We are a bride, a wife is a treasure. Do you hear that? Like, we are treasures. Like, and
I really feel like, and I'm going to say it, I don't even care. I feel like that's how my boyfriend feels about me. Amen. I really do. Like, since the beginning, and I have not, like, acted like a treasure the whole time, but, like, he knew that there's something underneath all the mess.
Amen.
And he's stuck with me through it, and I'm so grateful.
And, yeah, I've been blessed to be, like, I was going to say be a part of it, but, like, kind of.
You
like,
helped us a lot in the beginning, honestly. We used to have, like, therapy sessions, and then one day he's like, all right, are we going to have to talk like that with Linda today?
I know, I'm crying.
No, but it was great.
But he did used to say that, but it's because sometimes the person on the outside can see the bigger picture, and it's God. We see the mess, but he sees the masterpiece. He sees it all done and finished. And I know people have heard this before, but it's the same. Like, when I see you guys, I really see, like, something really beautiful. Like, I just see the authenticity in him and you, and the love that you both have is very precious. And you finally have found, and, like, let me just finish by saying, you guys have finally found someone who truly cares. And is there hurts and pain that makes you want to run?
Yes.
Well, yeah. But he's someone that doesn't want to run. He wants to stay. Yes. And I think that he's loving you through whatever you're trying to run from. And that, to me, is beautiful. Yeah. And I think that the very thing that you and I have always tried to run from is being loved.
Wow. I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
That's so true.
It is. I'm going to cry too. Is where we have been afraid to be truly loved because we never have been truly loved.
Yeah.
By God himself. Like, yes. And I think that's why you're able to find God in this again. Not that you're finding him, but you're
in a new way.
You're finding God in a new way, and you're seeing the love of God through your boyfriend. But God has used my pain and singleness and relationships to really show me his love again. And that I am worthy of love, that you are worthy of love.
Definitely.
And I think that most couples, men and women, have really lost that because of maybe their parents. Maybe they didn't have their parents in there. Maybe a parent ran, rejection, abandonment. Yeah. Like, all of that has to go in the name of Jesus. Yeah. Like, it's painful, but we have to go through it.
We have to.
Just like that cave. We got to go through the dark.
Yeah.
We got to go through the dark to get to the light. And, like, you have to get through the nightmares. You got to get through the pain of it, and without always running. And you might run sometimes, but you know what? God is never going to leave. And I think Wilmer has been... I said his name. Okay. Oh, they met him. You guys met him.
I know. I don't know. I don't know why I kept saying my boyfriend. Yeah. I just didn't. I don't know.
It's her boyfriend.
It's like, yeah.
But like Wilmer has been able to truly emphasize that for you. Like he's not going anywhere.
No, definitely, yeah.
And
he made that clear like from the very beginning too, which is crazy.
And I knew that in him from things that you would share with me. Sorry,
really?
I don't know.
He's not gonna watch it.
But yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, there's so much more I want to tell you. Yeah. That'll be the day that I'm her bridesmaid.
I mean, you keep saying this. I'm so excited. I'm like, I just want you to tell me now.
No, I can't. But I just know what I know. Thanks. But yeah, I'm blessed, and I just think relationships are so beautiful. Yeah. They are so beautiful. They are not burdens. Yeah. The person you're with is not a burden. You're not a burden. Yeah. And I think that we've just didn't know how to do it. We don't know how to do it because we didn't get it. We didn't
see it.
We didn't see healthy relationships, or we didn't see like we didn't even. I think about you all the time when you think about fighting, and you think it's so unhealthy. I'm like, fighting is so healthy.
You've really, like. I think I've stayed because of you. I think I would have. I don't know, because there's something there too that I still have to work through. I know about fighting, because something about fighting really triggers me. I'm sure it's something with like family and my parents growing up or something. I'm not sure, but I'm like really accepting that now, and like I'm not saying I like fighting, but I'm kind of like I don't know how to. It's like I don't know how to say it. We like fight well now. I don't know how to say it.
Yes. Yeah. You guys learned the beauty of like what it takes to feel offended, it's like it's Jesus. It's your relationship with Jesus. He literally loves you. You get angry, it's like you get upset, but then you say sorry and then you move on. He's not sitting here like, no girl, you ain't coming. You ain't coming here. Like, no girl, you go back. You're going to the pits of hell now. No, he said, I don't remember anymore. And a relationship is getting hurt, fighting, working through it, and saying sorry. Yeah. Relationship with my son is, we're going to argue, we're going to fight, I'm going to scream at him sometimes. Scream at him, and sometimes she's like, it was a little much. But, like, I scream at him sometimes, and my heart breaks after, but, like, I mean, I always go back and I say, I don't want to say always, but I normally will go back and say, Oliver, I am so sorry. Definitely. I don't like what was done, and what was done was not okay, but I should not have spoken to you like that, and I'm really sorry, and I may do it again, but Ollie, it's really hard when you're not this. It's the like
communication. I think it's the communication after the fighting that's so important, and I'm thinking that's maybe I didn't see that part of my parents. Communication. I kind of want to, I don't know if I want to ask them, but the part of me is like, did they talk behind closed doors? And I just never saw it. I only saw the fighting part. Yes. So, and then I never saw them reconcile.
Well, and that's it. You never see the reconcile. So you think that everything's always undone. So when you would fight, it was felt so undone. But when you work through it and you realize, oh, he's not mad at me. Yeah. He was hurting because of this. Or, oh, he didn't do that. Yeah. Like, I just felt that way and it felt real. And, I'm sorry. Yes. So like, I think it's crazy that I can even have these conversations because I'm not married.
I know, it is crazy.
But I just have it's glory to the Lord. I'm telling you, it's the wisdom of God. Like, the wisdom of God is like the foundation, like, it's a beautiful gift. It's the foundation. Like, the fear of the Lord is like the wisdom of God. I don't know what the word is, but I'm probably butchering it. I don't really know. But
yes, the wisdom, yes.
I have to give God the glory for this because, I mean, Jay, you know me. But I don't know. He just gives me these downloads and I just share. And I learn through you guys, like, which is crazy. And I keep saying to Gina, I go, Jay, I know when I get into a very, like, serious relationship, like, and not just G, there's a few other friends out there that I have that I'm very close with that are going to have to, like, I go, you guys are going to have to pour back into me because I know things are going to be, yes, I've worked through a lot, but
that was when you were alone.
So
now
things are going to be triggered in me. And yes, I have the tools. Thank you, Jesus. Like, so I am going to be able to work through it more so, but there is going to be times where I'm going to need to go to a friend and say, I need you to help me. Like, I need you to listen. Like, they're going to have to listen. They're going to have to, like, remind me the things that, like, God has given me to share with them. Like, and I know God will do it because he already does. And, I'm just been blessed by that. And I know I'm going to be even more blessed when it comes. So I tell Gina that all the time, that once I get to that next level of a relationship, it's gonna be big. And I know things are, I want to say more, but
I
like
know.
obviously,
Yeah.
but like
It's perfect.
things are gonna be coming to the surface, and
Yeah.
I'm very aware.
Yeah.
I'm very,
Yes,
very
that-
aware
that-
now.
and that's
So
that's
that's
the
the
big
difference.
difference.
And that's healthy. And yeah, I know God's going to put someone very special in my life to work through those things with me, because I've been through a lot. And I think that it'll be a beautiful thing.
I agree. Stop. This was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it ended really, really awesome. We were a little nervous because there was a lot of distractions at one point with the dog and the kid and the motorcycles.
Interruptions, but
that's
that's
okay.
our God. He's so
Interruptions.
good. He helps us work through the interruptions to get us to the
Yeah, I love
the
that
good
actually.
stuff.
This was great.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed it. I really, really, really do hope that you guys enjoy this, because I feel like it's just really awesome conversations that I have off camera, and I think it's important stuff to talk about, and it's not super common to talk about, which makes it more important to talk about.
And it's raw. I
raw.
think the uniqueness about Gina and I also have other friends, is the rawness.
Yes.
But really, Gina and I have always had it.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that has made us very unique and special, and hard for men to understand,
Yes.
especially because we always were who we were.
Yes.
I mean, we worked through a lot of things, but there's a rawness that not many can come by.
Yes.
And it makes us really special.
I love you.
It's in here.
Yes,
I'm doing this now too, but it's okay.
I can't stop thinking about how I need to wash my hands because Benji was licking them.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right, guys. Well, this has been amazing, and we will see you next time.
Yay!